Hello, internet, YouTube, Facebook. My name is Taj Tobin, or by my birth name, Tajuddin Tariq Thomas Tobin. This is day 4 of my video diary, and most of y'all may ask, why am I so bundled up and I'm inside the house? Well, turned off. Well, my brother and I decided to turn off the heat in order to save money. So, yeah, that's why. It's coming to an end of 2013, and I can't help but think around this time last year, I lost a family member to violence. Now, gun violence to be exact. My thing is this, alright? I've been thinking about this for a long time, and this has been on my brain. What? Everybody is born in this world, right? As a pure being. There is nobody who comes in this world with a tainted soul. So what happens in your life, in your mind, that makes you want to kill another person? Excuse me, sorry, I'm wearing socks. But what makes you want to kill another person? What makes you want to take someone from somebody? What gives you the right to do that? And the sad part about it is that most of our violences today is like black on black crime. And if you don't know what black on black crime is, that is black people killing other black people. Why? Why? Why is that happening today? I mean, I remember when I was younger, I was blissfully blind to all of this violence. But growing up now, it's like it's everywhere. You can see it on the news, on the internet, in newspapers. You could probably walk outside and see this violence. The funny thing is, like, people think it's just funny. Like, they just laugh about this shit, and they think it's entertainment to show these videos on Facebook and YouTube and World Star while niggas is getting knocked out and shit. Like, especially about that game Knockout, I can't even stress on that shit. Now I have to watch my back every 5 seconds to see if there's a group of little niggas out there that's gonna knock me out for no fucking reason. Like, that's insane. Like, I shouldn't have to walk out my house and turn my back around to see that, to make sure that there is nobody behind me trying to knock me out. It's crazy. And it's even more crazy when, okay, I used to work at night at the airport. Now, one night I was walking to work. I left the house a little bit early because my boss wanted me to come in early. So I left a little early and walked down the street. Now, mind you, I wasn't even at the end of the block when a car with 4 people drove up. 2 people got out the car and 2 people stayed in the car. 2 of them got out and pointed guns at me. 1 dude stayed in the car with a shotgun pointed dead at me to steal $40 and a phone and my book bag full of artwork. I'm like, yo, really? Y'all had to really take all that shit from me for no, like, y'all just had this sudden urge to steal from someone who's already struggling themselves. It's crazy. And then not only that, like, what possesses a man to walk up to a woman and shoot her dead in the face and not even twinge about that? Around the time of Hurricane Katrina, yeah, I'm trying to make sure I was right. No, it was, my bad. It was Hurricane Sandy, my bad. Around the time of Hurricane Sandy hitting us, I was going home. We had lost power for about 2 weeks, and I was going out, and I went to my friend's house, and I was riding the bus up the street, and I saw a man walk up to a woman while we were at a red light and shoot a woman dead in her face and ran down a block with no light on it. And the cops didn't even chase after him because they was like, he was probably gone by the time he went into the dark. Now that shit is crazy right there. That shit was insane. I was like, yo, you really had to be that fucking heartless to shoot a woman in her face and just keep it moving? Granted, I may not know the whole story. I mean, someone may have stolen from you or something like that, but you don't teach a lesson with taking a life. Because who's gonna learn from that lesson? Like, really, who's gonna learn from that lesson? You just took someone's life. Now you gotta live with the rest of you have to live with the rest of your life knowing that if you believe in the afterlife, that you're gonna be in hell burning because you just took someone else's life. There is no coming back from that. There is no way to redeem that. You're gonna go to hell and you're gonna burn. Shit is crazy. And it's coming down to the end of the year, and I've noticed that all the deaths that have happened this year, no one really even talks about any of them. No one talks about any death that happened in that area. But a lot of people sit and can talk about Paul Walker dying, right? I mean, the dude from Fast and Furious, I mean, I know he was, a good actor, but I mean, like, other people that you actually known or lived in your community, you just don't give two shits about. And a guy who doesn't care about you at all, but makes money off of you, you can cry and mourn his loss, though. It's insane. I mean, I know Nelson Mandela dying is a tragedy. Nelson Mandela, a man who actually did something to change the world, actually dying is somewhat of a tragedy. But I mean, everything else is just like it just confuses me. And to grow up, and what scares me the most is not me dying, is but leaving my daughter to grow up in this world. In this already fucked up world. And God knows that in 5, 10, 15 years, it could be worse. And that's what's fear. That kind of fear is what keeps me alive, is because I can't leave her here in this crazy ass world. Like, really, this place is insane. This place it's fucked up to the fullest. And I pray for all those people who have lost somebody to the insaneness that is going on in this world right now. We need to learn how to get together and, love each other. I mean, even if you dislike a person, I mean, you should never wish death on that, because there's never coming back from that. Death is a permanent solution to a temporary problem. People need to think about that. Death is a permanent solution for a temporary problem. So all y'all gangbangers out there and niggas who think they tough, hiding behind the barrel of a gun, before you pull that trigger and you take someone's daughter, sister, mother, father, brother, uncle, cousin, grandmother, before you pull that trigger and you wipe that person's life from this planet, think about that. Just think about what happened if that was you standing on the other end of that gun. Alright, it was a family member that you love standing at the end of that gun. How much heartache it would bring to your family. How much heartache it would bring to your friends. To all their loved ones. And tell me, will you be able to live with that weight on your conscience? Would you? Would you? That's all that was on my mind today. I hope y'all, leave a comment and tell me what you think. Have a good night.